everyone, my name is Devita Wijayaputri. Today I and my friend Valdian Chandra Mulyono would like to present our research entitled Exploration of Handling Imbalanced Data in Hate Speech Detection on Social Media Using Machine Learning Models. This presentation consists of several subchapters. First is the introduction, then there is methodology, next there are results and discussion, and the last one is conclusion. Let's start with the first chapter, introduction. In this chapter, we discuss the increasingly rapid advance in technology, especially social media, which is now the most frequently used technology. However, this technological progress also has negative impacts, one of which is the spread of hate speech. Hate speech on social media has become an alarming phenomenon. Social media platforms provide very easy access for individuals to spread hoax and make offensive comments that can cause division and discrimination. Individuals who are targets of hate speech are also vulnerable to experiencing physiological disorders, such as stress, anxiety, and depression, which can damage their mental health. The government plays an important role in preventing this problem, one of which is by enacting laws such as the ITE law. However, manually detecting hate speech is inefficient due to the large number of comments or tweets that must be checked. Therefore, detecting hate speech more efficiently can be done using machine learning models. There are various machine learning algorithms that can be used, such as SVM, naive Bayes, KNN, logistic regression, decision trees, k-means, and random forest. These algorithms are useful for creating models that can detect hate speech automatically. We also conduct a literature review of several previous studies that also discuss hate speech detection using machine learning algorithms. One of studies where we reviewed used SVM and KNN models, but didn't provide details about the methodological process, and didn't use feature extraction and resampling techniques. Therefore, in our research, we compared the two models, SVM and KNN, to determine which model is more accurate in detecting hate speech. In our research, we tried to explain in detail the stage of the methodology. And because the dataset we use is balanced, we tried to use random oversampling techniques to balance it, so that the model can work more accurately and effectively. Next, let's discuss the problem formulation of this research. The first problem is how to automatically detect hate speech on social media. The second is which machine learning algorithm is more effective and accurate in detecting hate speech between SVM and KNN. The last one is how can data resampling techniques affect the accuracy and effectiveness of models in detecting hate speech. The second chapter explains our research methodology. There are several processes carried out. There are data collection, pre-processing, and we split the data into training data and test data. We use resampling technique for training data. We also use feature extraction, namely TF-IDF. We built the model using SVM and KNN. And the last one is evaluation. The dataset used in this research comes from Twitter. The dataset was uploaded by Subhajit Das on Kaggle. This dataset consists of 31,962 tweets, and there are two labels, namely hate speech and non-hate speech. The hate speech label contains tweets or comments that are racist, rude, hurt someone, contain hatred, which can even cause division. Meanwhile, the non-hate speech label is a tweet or comment that is normal, doesn't corner anyone, and doesn't contain harsh words. In this dataset, there are 29,720 tweets that are classified as hate speech, and 2,242 tweets are classified as non-hate speech. It can be concluded that the dataset used in this research has an unequal or unbalanced distribution.
Pre-processing techniques are needed in building machine learning models so that the classification process is more efficient and can provide the best results. Pre-processing is a stage for cleaning data whose format is inconsistent. For example, words or characters that are not needed in the classification process can be removed using pre-processing techniques. In this research, there are five pre-processing techniques used, namely case folding, remove unnecessary characters, remove non-alphanumeric, stop word removal, and stemming. Machine learning is basically the process of how computers learn from data. Without data, the computer will not be able to learn anything. In this research, the data is divided into two parts. 80% is training data and 20% is test data. Training data is part of the data set that is used to train a classification model so that the model can find data patterns, which will make it easier for the model to predict new data. Meanwhile, test data is part of the data set used to test the accuracy of the model is predicting data. As I known, the data used in this research has data imbalance. When a data has data imbalance and the data is split into trained data and test data, this can cause the representation of minority data to be very low. Meanwhile, most algorithm can work well when the input data is balanced. So, to avoid negative impacts that might occur to imbalance in the data set, data resampling techniques are needed. The resampling technique used in this research is random oversampling. This technique is useful for adding data samples from existing minority data, so that the amount of minority data is equal to the majority data. In this research, the random oversampling technique was applied in the training data section or during the model training process. This is useful for improving model performance because the model can learn patterns from minority data very well. The feature extraction used in this research is TF-IDF. TF-IDF helps generate a unique score for each word in a document, making it easier for machine learning models to process data more accurately. We use two machine learning models. The first one is SVM. SVM is suitable for classification and regression by finding the best hyperplan that separates two classes of data. The second is k-nearest neighbor. This algorithm can classify new data based on the majority or nearest neighbor categories. Evaluation is carried out using a confusion matrix to calculate accuracy, precision, recall, and F1 score. This helps measure the model's performance in detecting hate speech. The third chapter discusses the experimental results. Before the balancing technique, SVM has an accuracy of 95.6% and KNN 94.1%. After rebalancing, SVM accuracy is increased to 96.1% and KNN to 95.2%. This shows that resampling techniques can improve model performance significantly. The final chapter is the conclusion. It can be concluded that both algorithms success in classifying tweets that contain hate speech and tweets that do not contain hate speech. This is proven by the high level accuracy of the two algorithms. Then, to handle case of data imbalance in this research, a resampling technique was used. Although not all the case of data imbalance can be handled with resampling technique. In this case, it turns out that the use of resampling technique can handle the problem of data imbalance and provide much better model performance results. SVM show better accuracy than KNN in this study. For further research, it is recommended to try a combination of the SVM and KNN algorithms and compare them with ensemble learning techniques. That's all about our presentation. Thank you for attention.